Morning everyone, today we're going to continue to look at festivals in Islam. Like I've said previously, there are 3 festivals that you need to know about, so this video is going to focus on Eid al-Fitr, or the festival of breaking the fast. Muslims celebrate festivals for a number of different reasons. Firstly, it offers an opportunity to express their Muslim identity, but also provides a dedicated time to worship and give thanks to Allah. Many festivals remember their religious and cultural history or heritage, but also provide an opportunity to develop and practice Muslim values like generosity and discipline. Like in many other cultures, festivals offer an opportunity to spend time with family, but also build a sense of community or ummah. In Islam, festivals also provide an opportunity to share with the poor in community and perform acts of charity, and this is one of the unique and essential features of Muslim festivals. Muslim festivals tend to be very simple affairs that don't promote extravagance and indulgence. This is based on a teaching from Prophet Muhammad, who said, "He is not Muslim who goes to bed with a full stomach while his neighbour goes hungry." And therefore an essential part of Muslim festivals is the emphasis on charity and community. Eid al-Fitr is sometimes just known as Eid, and it's a 3-day celebration. Muslims believe it was first celebrated by Prophet Muhammad, which makes it very important, as he's the example and role model for them to follow. Eid takes place at the end of Ramadan, the month of fasting, and is therefore seen as a reward for the completion of fasting. During this time, Muslims thank God for strength and self-control they needed to give up food and water over the Ramadan period. Fasting is seen as a really important practice and is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It's a way of developing restraint and self-control, but also developing in righteousness. In the Quran it says, "O you who have believed, decreed upon you is fasting, as it was decreed upon those before you, that you may become righteous. But to fast is best for you if only you knew." So how then do Muslims celebrate Eid al-Fitr? Well, it begins with a new moon being observed in the sky, and Muslims will then decorate their houses with colourful lights, banners and flags. They dress in their finest new clothes and ensure that they're clean. They then gather together in the mosque to perform their congregational prayers and listen to a sermon, usually on the topic of sharing and community. During this time, Muslims might often send greeting cards and visit their friends and family. Gifts and money are often exchanged. However, one of the main features is the sharing of a feast or a meal. Food and other donations are often shared with the poor during this time. At the end of Eid al-Fitr, Muslims give zakat. Zakat is one of the 5 pillars of Islam and is the purification of wealth. It's a donation of 2.5% of their wealth to charity. Prophet Muhammad in the Hadith advised Muslims to make the donation for the purpose of providing food for the needy. One of the deep questions that you could get on festivals in Islam is whether or not they should practice festivals. Now, many Muslims would agree and argue that they should celebrate festivals, as it provides an opportunity to express their religious identity and remember their history and heritage. For example, Eid al-Adha remembers the story of Prophet Ibrahim and his submission and dedication to Allah, which could inspire Muslims to follow his example. In addition, it provides a useful way to pass this history and heritage onto the next generation and strengthen and continue the faith. Celebrating festivals is also important in Islam because it provides a set period to remember, empathise with and give back to the poor. During festivals like Eid al-Adha, animals are sacrificed and often shared with the poor. Or following Eid al-Fitr, Muslims give zakat. Prophet Muhammad in the Hadith advised Muslims to make the donation of zakat, saying it's for the purpose of providing food for the needy. As such, festivals help strengthen and build the Muslim community. Finally, festivals also provide a time to worship Allah and develop a personal relationship with Him, or say sorry for wrongdoing. For example, during the night of power, Muslims will ask for mercy, believing that their sins are more likely to be forgiven on this night. This is based on a teaching from Prophet Muhammad in the Hadith, who said, "Whoever establishes prayer on the night of Qadr out of sincere faith and hoping to attain Allah's rewards, then all his past sins will be forgiven." And therefore festivals are really important to Muslims. On the other hand, though, some Muslims might argue that there's a danger when celebrating festivals, that people could get carried away in the celebration, become overindulgent and forget the true meaning of why they're celebrating. This would go against the Muslim principles. Prophet Muhammad said he is not Muslim who goes to bed with a full stomach while his neighbour goes hungry. And therefore, Muslims have to be careful when celebrating festivals that they don't lose the true meaning and become overindulgent. In addition, some Muslims might argue that Muslims shouldn't have to practice festivals, but it should be a matter of choice and intention. As festivals are not directly one of the 5 pillars of Islam, it could be argued that there's less need to practice them over other religious duties. For example, the Quran points to the importance of the 5 pillars. It says, "O people, listen to me in earnest, worship God, perform your 5 daily prayers, fast during the month of Ramadan, and offer zakat. Perform Hajj if you have the means." And therefore other duties might be more important over festivals. And this relates to the next argument, that other practices have a greater impact over festivals. Whilst festivals are enjoyable, there are other practices that are likely to better the Muslim community and reflect the Muslim identity in a more efficient way. For example, charity is more important as it has a positive impact on society and the Muslim community and offers more tangible results than just celebrations. In the Hadith it says, "Whoever amongst you sees an evil, he must change it with his hand, and if he's not able to do so, then with his tongue." Finally then, some Welsh Muslims might argue that as Muslim festivals are not national holidays, it's much more difficult for them to practice festivals in a traditional way. For example, the festival of sacrifice, or Eid al-Adha, involves the sacrifice of an animal in order to show devotion to Allah. And therefore it might be more challenging for them to organise festivals and practice them sufficiently in the context of UK secular society. I hope you found that useful. If you want to test yourself, get on Quizlet or Kahoot. If not, have a go at the practice exam questions on the following slide. Good luck.